A look at Ingalls Rink, where the Yale Bulldogs get set to take on their Ivy League rivals, the Brown Bears. The Bears and the Bulldogs coming up next on Nesson. Welcome inside the Whale on the campus of Yale University. It's Yale and Brown women's hockey. Back in the broadcast booth, I'm Bridget Prue alongside Rob Ciamber. Rob, the Bulldogs on a hot streak right now, coming off a 4-game win streak.
Yeah, just swept the Capital Region teams up in New York, Union and RPI. Great start to 2020 for the Bulldogs.
And we'll get you our players to watch. First, we have Charlotte Welsh for Yale.
Goal and assist against Union last weekend. She has had a great year, 16 points on her team. That's 4th on a team that's getting a lot of scoring from all around the roster.
And on the other end of the ice, Darby Malia, the player to watch for the Brown Bears. She's coming off a good weekend as well. She scored in Brown's 2-0 win over RPI, and she's tied for the team lead in goals with 4 goals. She's also got an assist and 5 points. And we will get you our starting lineups as well. First, starting with the Yale Bulldogs, Charlotte Welsh to center the top line, Grace Lee to her left, Rebecca Van Stone to her right. Back on defense, Emma Seitz and Greta Skarzinski, and in net, Gianna Maloney. For the Bulldogs on the opposite end, the Brown Bears going with Calla Isaac in net. On defense, Lucinda Quigley and Jackie Tam. And starting first line forward, Shane Maloney with Maddie Stockfish and Katie Jane Blumberg. And we mentioned Yale coming in on a hot streak, but Brown coming in with a win as well. They won their last game 2-0, their second win of the season.
Yeah, both wins this season have come against the RPI Engineers, a team that's kind of been struggling at the basement of the ECAC. Nevertheless, though, give credit to the Brown Bears. This is a team that has skated mainly with just 3 forward lines for the majority of this season.
Yeah, they've been playing quite short-handed this season, and the puck has dropped. We're underway here at the Whale. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year. And Yale has had quite a good history against the Brown Bears as of late. Puck goes for an icing call, but Yale has been able to win the last 9 meetings against Brown.
Yeah, and the history shows it favors the Bulldogs. 20-13-3, the history of these Bulldogs playing the Bears. And of course, mentioned the first time they're meeting the season. They'll meet again a week from tonight out in Providence at Brown's Meehan Auditorium.
Brown will actually have a little weekend series in between then, some non-conference action with St. Anselm before they finish this 2-game series with the Bulldogs. And it's Brown with the puck in their own end. Puck stolen away by Van Stone, but she's knocked off the puck. Welsh playing with the puck now. It's taken the other way by Brown.
Well, Bridget, you just saw Yale go right on the attack. Puck was frozen along the boards. They poked it free, tried to move it up, but Brown also sending a couple players over to that strong side. They were able to chip it out.
Puck outletted and dumped in from Rebecca Van Stone, and coming onto the ice is back to the top line for the Bulldogs. Dumped in ahead, El Harchi. The first year to Detling. Detling carries into the slot, sends a shot that goes wide. First save made by Calla Isaac on the night. Soroya Tinker sends a shot, doesn't make it through traffic. Brown trying to turn it out, but held in by Dalton at the point. Sent down low off the end boards, back behind the net. El Harchi now with a puck in the corner. Harchi on the backhand, skates to the dot, then into the slot. Puck bounces away from her. Soroya Tinker able to grab. Tinker sends it back for Harchi, now up to the point. Comes out into the neutral zone. The rest of the Bulldogs will have to get on side, but puck sent in by Dalton, so an offside call.
Bridget, that's a really strong shift for the Bulldogs' second line. Harchi, Dalton, and Detling. There's a brief 2-on-1 that Detling shot, got the Bulldogs' first shot on goal. Isaac just got a piece of it.
Yeah, those top 2 lines for the Bulldogs really getting a lot of scoring. Even from the first years alone, El Harchi and Grace Lee, they've combined for quite a lot of points this season. Grace Lee with 16 points, El Harchi with 19 points. She's tied for the lead on the team. Brown with possession now, kicked ahead, carried in. It's Shea Maloney. She'll send the puck into the corner. Maloney looks up to the point. Now it's wrapped around and grabbed by Blumberg. A shot by Maloney gets tipped wide, and no confusion, Gianna Maloney in net for the Bulldogs, and Shea Maloney, completely different spelling, taking the shot from the Brown Bears. 17:45 to go in this first period of play. We're scoreless here at Ingalls Rink. Brown with possession, now turned over to Greta Skarzinski. Tipped in, and they're gonna say Nergard didn't get a piece of it, so that'll go for an icing.
We mentioned that just 2 wins on the season for the Brown Bears thus far, both coming against RPI, but it's not for the lack of effort. This is a strong team that could always catch you off guard, score a quick goal off the rush if they catch you sleeping. Really good at capitalizing on turnovers.
And they'll have the draw in their offensive zone. They've yet to get a shot on net so far this period. Face off one back and grabbed by Emma Seitz. Seitz carries into the neutral zone, has her stick lifted, and it's going to be a penalty call coming up against the Brown Bears. Lizzie Gross, I believe, is going to be the one going to the box.
Yeah, it's going to be a hooking call. So early on in this game, we'll already see a power play for the Bulldogs. They're operating at about 16.4%, and the penalty kill for Brown at 62.7%. So already the special teams becoming a factor in this game.
And it looked like just an innocent stick lift, but she'll get called for the hooking. Lizzie Gross to the box, and to the power play go the Bulldogs. They're 18th in the league on the power play, 9 of 55. That's 16.4%. They've scored 9 power play goals. First unit on the ice. Emma Seitz skates towards the center, sends a pass through the slot, shot on net by Charlotte Welsh, and Brown able to make a clear.
That's a great look. The only thing is Welch is the right-handed shot, so that hit her forehand. The shot kind of was at a weird angle, so she's able to get it off the pad still, but a left-hand shot on that far post a little better for the Bulldogs.
Quick entry, El Harchi to the dot, sending one center, a puck deflected high. It was a diving Charlotte Welsh in the slot. Back up Emma Seitz. Down low, looking for Welsh again. Harchi grabs the puck, heads over into the slot now down low. Dalton takes a shot, and another save by Kala Isaac.
Yeah, not sure if she had the puck covered there. Got loose there right as the whistle blew, but nevertheless, another good look for the Bulldogs on this power play.
2 shots so far on the power play for the Bulldogs. They had 1 before that. Still Brown looking for its first shot of the period. As we see the split stats between Kala Isaac and Gianna Maloney coming into this game. Maloney has won both of her matchups against the Brown Bears in her career. Kala Isaac lost her 1 game against Yale that she's played. Still on the power play for another minute. The Bulldogs with a puck, a shot from Tinker, big rebound to be a Bonoff, driving the net, trying to send that one home. Cleared up and out all the way to Maloney.
Bodoff got her first goal of the season last weekend, and all over the ice on the power play for good measure. A couple of scoring opportunities for her.
Charlotte Welsh taken down, and we're going to get another penalty on Brown as they took Welsh out right at the blue line. 40 seconds for this 5-on-3, and then another short 1-man advantage for the Bulldogs to come.
Yeah, Byron going off. I think she was going for the puck, but just a chop right at the leg there causes a trip.
And Carice Zabin-Wallig not so happy with the call on that play. Our girls are going to go down 2 players for 40 seconds. They win the face-off and get a quick clear up ice. How important is that?
That's extremely important. Brown able to clear out and take out at least 10 seconds of this 5-on-3. Bulldogs, this is the key part to capitalize on.
Carrying the puck in is Emma Seitz. She'll curl back up towards the blue line. Now to Claire Dalton, now back to Emma Seitz. Dalton gets it again. Sends it down low. El Harchi scores! Sneaks it underneath Kala Isaac. And on the 2-man advantage, the Bulldogs go up 1-0.
Yeah, it looked like it was kind of a missed pass there, maybe a little whiff on the shot. Nevertheless, catches Isaac off guard, and a second whack there by Harchi gets the Bulldogs ahead 1-0. Yeah, whiff shot by Dalton. Harchi gets to it on that post on the left-handed shot, like I mentioned before, able to send that one home.
Just hard to defend when you only have 3 players on the ice, so El Harchi had plenty of space to sneak that one home. It's her 9th goal of the season and her 20th point of the year so far. The first year having a phenomenal season to start, and we talked to head coach Mark Bolding before the game. He said that she might be his top player on the team, even though she's a incoming first year.
If you give Dalton the assist on that goal, which I assume they do, that's also point number 20 on the season for what a second line to have, and as well as just to have him on the power play operating like that.
Their power play has been getting stronger. He mentioned us, he still wanted to make some improvements, but he doesn't expect at this point in the season for it to be clicking on all gears. He'd actually prefer it to need a little bit of work so that by the time the stretch comes and playoffs are on the horizon, they hit their best stride on the power play at that point in time. Soroya Tinker playing the puck deep in the Yale end. 14:45 to go in the period. Yale up 1-0. Elle Harchie carries the puck in over the blue line. Skating with it, sending it through the slot, looking for Charlotte Welch, but the puck bounced over her stick. Welch able to grab the puck on the far side boards. Carrying it is Emma Seitz. Seitz sending it through all the way, doesn't reach a stick, and Harchie there to grab. Quigley wraps it around for Brown, but Emma Seitz on the boards to grab the puck. Seitz fakes a shot now, sends it over to Van Stone. Her stick lifted, but kept in by Emma Seitz. Seitz carries it in. Welsh holds, and now up to the point for Dalton. Down low, saved by Cal Isaac as the penalty expires. So back to 5-on-5 here. Yale able to score on the 5-on-3, but Brown able to kill off the rest of that second penalty. Shot from Seitz comes to Harchie, backhand shot through the crease, goes wide. 6 shots on goal tonight so far for Yale, none for the Brown Bears. And quickly turned back in by the Bulldogs. Van Zone sends to Dalton. Dalton, backhand pass to Elle Harchie in the crease and covered up by Calla Isaac. Another great opportunity for Elle Harchie, but that one is stopped. Yale up 1-0. You're watching Ivy League hockey on Nesson. Welcome back to the Whale. First-year head coach Mark Bolding getting a good performance out of his girls so far tonight, Rob.
Yeah, first season for him at Yale. We talk about it a lot. And over on the other side, we talked about Carissa Wallig a little bit before. Her and her coaching staff in their second season, assisted by Melissa Paluch and Jordan Pardosky. A D3 squad coming into a D1 school, similar to the Yale side. So they know something sort of about the transition. So it'll be interesting how this matchup goes.
Brown with the puck now. They have credited the Bears with 1 shot. Came early on. So Maloney only seeing a little bit of action so far in the Bulldogs' cage tonight. Now they have possession in their offensive zone. Tipped ahead. Grace Lee, the first year, drops back to Greta Skarzinski. Skarzinski's pass hit the legs and didn't quite make it through to Rippon. Now Rippon has it along the end boards. To Grace Lee, back to Rippon. Carries to the dot, now into the slot, a backhand shot. Brown getting to the puck first. It's Blumberg. She'll carry it out. Blumberg only in her 4th game of the season. She missed the first 13 games of the year. As we mentioned, some injuries making this Brown Bears lineup shortened. They finally have 6 defensemen in. They've been playing with 5 before Vivian Liu came back into the lineup. This is only her 3rd game of the season, so they've been playing short, a line short on forward and a defenseman short as Verano takes a shot that's covered up by Calla Isaac. And Sophie Verano, who just took the shot, this is her 101st game as a Bulldog.
Yeah, and you see this opportunity again. She's able to sort of control this puck as it's kind of spinning on her, able to get a shot on goal and get the Bulldogs an offensive zone draw. We saw her score a couple weeks ago and turning into a really good season for her as well.
Some scoring depth in this team. Verano, one of 16 players with at least 1 goal for the Bulldogs this year. Played behind the net by Calla Isaac, wrapped around. Not out. Lucinda Quigley grabs it. Elle Harchie on the forecheck. Dalton helping out there. She comes away with the puck now along the end boards, has her stick lifted. Quickly backhands it up, but not out. Soraya Tinker holds. Quigley now has it stolen away from her by El Harchi. Good pressure by the Bulldogs on the forecheck. Dalton steals it away again. Quigley now carrying up for Brown. Stockfish has it stolen away from her by Dalton. Carried in by Moriyama. Shot and a pad save made by Isaac. Another shot there. Isaac covers again. Moriyama with 2 good quick chances.
And already the Bulldogs are now at 11 shots on goal. This is a great opportunity, though. A quick turnover in the neutral zone. Puck was taken away, but it was quickly picked up by another Yale player, and they're able to get a couple of good shots on goal. Moriyama with a nice little toe drag. That kind of caught Isaac off guard. She went down to make the initial save, then had to stretch that left leg for the actual save.
Calla Isaac in her 13th game of the season. She's a senior from Sherwood Park, Alberta. .904 save percentage, 4.27 goals against average, and she does have both wins in net for Brown. Blumberg takes a shot that's deflected high by Emma Seitz. 11 minutes to go in the first period. The Bulldogs with a 1-0 lead. Tabia-Bonoff grabs and sends forward for Grace Lee. Weird bounce off the boards though, and it comes back to Blumberg. Welch carrying it behind her own net. Pass to Emma Seitz. Anticipated by Anderson, but now quickly the other way. It's Van Stone to the dot, sending it through the slot, looking for Emma Seitz. It goes just beyond her stick. A good opportunity there. Now to the point, Greta Skarzinski, and that shot blocked out front. Maddie Stockfish carries it into the neutral zone.
That's a great takeaway by Skarzinski there.
Forrest, deep in her own end, has it poked off her stick by Laura Anderson. A lot of pressure once again. The Bulldogs putting here deep in the Brown end. A shot from the point by Skarzinski goes wide. 11 shots to 1 in favor of the Bulldogs here with 10 minutes to go in this first period. Greta Skarzinski has the puck. D to D to Sophie Zander. Zander takes a shot blocked out in front. Mel Anderson had that block. Puck comes back out into the neutral zone. A quick transition by the Bulldogs. Laura Anderson brings the puck back in over the blue line. Verano deep, taps back to Anderson. Anderson to the point, Sophie Zander, D to Skarzinski. Now back down low to the captain, and Anderson sends a pass all the way through. Verano is the first to the puck in the corner. Anderson behind the net of Calla Isaac. Puck tied up now. Anderson plays it off the net now. Verano grabs in the center of the zone. Sophie Zander, long shot, doesn't make it through traffic. Blocked down by Mel Anderson, but she can't clear. A long shot goes wide of the net. A line change taken for the Bulldogs, but this Brown line has been on the ice for quite a while.
Yeah, now they'll need the changes. They're able to dump it in. They took advantage of the Yale line change.
A lot of pressure coming from the Bulldogs so far. Calla Isaac facing 11 shots and stopping 10. Another shot from Soraya Tinker, glove down by Isaac. And we'll get another media timeout. Be back with more of the first period action at Ingalls Rink.
This experience, it lives on our fields and in our classrooms, where every day is a test. Each moment builds on this experience and creates an environment that develops mind, body, and soul. We become part of the storied traditions of the Ivy League. This experience, it is unrivaled.
We hope you're enjoying our winter re-air series of great games in Yale athletics history. I'm Evan Ellis, and today we're looking back at the January 2020 women's ice hockey matchup between Yale and Brown. And we're pleased to be joined by the Susan Cavanaugh head coach of Yale women's ice hockey, Mark Bolding. And Mark, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Evan. No problem. Absolutely. Great to be here and excited to talk about some hockey.
My first question is not about this hockey game, but it's an important question we've asked many of our student athletes and alumni this year, and I think it makes a lot of sense to ask it to you. Why Yale?
Well, great question. I mean, I was pretty comfortable where I was before at Norwich and played hockey there, just a lot of deep roots. And, so it was an interesting move. I I guess as a coach, I always wanted to be at the highest level, and for women's hockey, college hockey, Division One is the top. And then you break out your extra filter. There's less teams than there are in the men's side, so you have less to pick from. But at the end of the day, an elite school like Yale just was so appealing. I had heard rumblings that it may come available, and where I was at Norwich, pretty close to Dartmouth, and had a guy that I played against years ago, and another good friend that went to Harvard. So always kind of was well aware of the Ivies, just didn't quite know how it would work. And as I looked at it a little closer, I'm like, this is an absolute home run if I can get my foot in the door there. And so much going for it. And the hockey's the hockey. I mean, I coach to coach. I've been fortunate. I've had some good teams, but we've had to work at it. We being who I've worked with in the past, and it just seemed like such an appealing spot and something different too. From a family aspect, from my roots in Western Canada to Vermont, kind of a small town guy. So spread my wings a little bit as I get a bit older in my career, and New Haven's a pretty interesting area. Connecticut's pretty cool with the ocean, and then you look at the school and the campus, and it just seemed to make sense.
So your first year with the Bulldogs was last season, and you had a lot of great moments. But you and your staff and the team were able to do a lot of building, and that started with the culture.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, anytime a coach or staff changes, there's that opportunity to make a culture change. Look at what you have, but you could look in the past all you want. There's been some very good players that have played at Yale, but it's also a very tough conference. So what we wanted to do is kind of look at what our approach is, from getting two new assistant coaches on board, and we had some good pieces that were here naturally. There were some great players still in the program, and some good young players in particular. And the culture for me is, we're an elite university in many different ways, and we certainly feel like we can be that way in hockey. So that's the challenge, that culture of winning, that culture of working together, and all the teamwork, and be competitive, but draw that together. And so that's kind of the plan. But building is a good component. We have to build this thing from what our vision is, and let the players take the lead.
17 wins for your hockey team a year ago, a record, and one of them was this game against Brown. In ECAC hockey, you have travel partners, and sometimes you have to find a time to play that partner. So here we are on a Tuesday night, and what ends up being a solid performance and a 3-1 win over the Bears.
As I remember setting this up, we had that latitude with your travel partner to play kind of when it's convenient for both schools. And I talked to their head coach, and to me, I'm used to playing some weekday games. Some sports do it more than others, so a little bit of something different. But we thought that back to back would make sense, and we got them first at home, and it was we were on a good roll at that point. After we came back from January with our Minnesota, we had 2 losses there, but we played very well. And then we were able to kind of get hunkered in on the league, and this was sort of the starting point to really making some noise, and becoming consistent. And I think Brown has maybe had a couple of tough years, but for us, we just want to play a complete game. And I thought we played very well at home, and made a statement.
Absolutely. A lot of momentum off of that Minnesota trip, and your team was in the middle of a winning streak going into this game, winning 4 straight after Minnesota, including a big win over Clarkson at home.
That kind of the team the previous year beat Clarkson as well. So I don't know what it was. We just came to play. We had a great game, and a lot of emotion. So yeah, 4 weekends, 4 league games in a row to win, and then you get to your travel partner, and you didn't, not to look by anybody. Brown is capable of beating you if you're not ready, and we were certainly ready. But this did kind of keep us going, and I think beating Clarkson gave us that momentum. And I think from a coaching standpoint, if I remember, let's just go out and play a clean home game, and we're just excited to be again at home and on a Tuesday night, and maybe a few of the local fans and the students to pop in and just check out our games.
You don't win games without great players and some great performances in this game with the Bulldogs jumping out to a 3-0 lead. El Harchi with the first goal of the game, and Messias with a pair of assists. Talk a little bit about the women that are leading this program.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, we took over with a small number of seniors, but we had a forward line in particular that was together most of the year with Verno, near guard. And, it was terrific. And our captain, Laura Anderson, and they were pretty consistent. And I think Verno scored in this game. Harchi came in as a first year and was just very, very strong up front, and can play the defensive side of the game, but was opportunistic and just a smart hockey player, can distribute the puck. So, we expect big things out of her. And honestly, I've coached quite a few players in the past. I haven't seen a breakout defenseman like Emma Seitz for a long time. She kind of makes you nervous at times the way she plays, but it's because she's so darn good. And she can skate the puck. And, the way the game is played today, even at the NHL level, it's such a fast brand of hockey. So Seitz is that player that just is electrifying and does so much. But she logged a lot of minutes last year and was very important. So, we had our senior contributors who really did do a nice job last year with that group. And then, first year and Seitz and Seitz's class, as now a junior, they're exceptional. With Welsh and Van Stone, just to name a few. Claire Dalton, who's arguably our best player. So really, really good up and down depth, and that's what we tried to do last year: have some depth.
Obviously, this last semester has been different for your team. What were you all able to accomplish, and what lessons did you learn as a team in this unique fall?
I think the fall, our team in particular, many of our players took a leave of absence, including 5 of our 6 first-year students who deferred for the year. So we just haven't had our hands on them very much and been able to work with them too much this semester. Lauren Moriyama, our senior, came back along with Maya Kerfoot. So really some small leadership with those two. And a first year and a couple online. So it's been a challenge, Evan. I'm definitely not going to, sugarcoat it. It has been a challenge. I think what our players that aren't on campus and doing a leave, they've adapted. So the resiliency and the flexibility of what they have to do. But when we talk, and, because we're so, we talk more in the summer, but once the reality set in and they weren't on campus, we didn't speak as much, but I think the players, when we do talk, we talk about already, they're so excited for next year. They're so excited about the future. And I think they're all doing what they can with the limitations of what's going on with working out and finding ice. It's been difficult to find a sheet of ice to skate on for players, college players right down to, mites. So it's been tough, but I think resiliency, you think about that as a group, and then just their hunger. They don't want this to be, interrupted. We finished strong. They had a great year last year. They feel very tight as a team. And I think they're just so excited to get back together whenever that's going to be, hopefully the fall.
We're very excited to see you all back on the ice. An incredible season in 1920, but the expectations are only going to be higher. And that is because of the hard work you, your staff, and the team have put in. And Mark, we appreciate your time talking to us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
That was Mark Bolding, Susan Cavanaugh, head coach of Yale Women's Ice Hockey, and we thank him very much for his time. Now back to Ingles Rink and Yellen Brown from January 2020.
Wide, bounces all the way up to the point. Skarzinski will send it back in deep. Detling in the corner. Drops to Dalton. Puck lost for a moment, nobody with it, and 15 seconds to go in the first period of play. Soraya Tinker holds it at the point now. Detling, 10 seconds to go in the first. Detling to Dalton. We'll see if the Bulldogs able to get off another shot. Comes to Harchi in the low slot. She kicks it wide. 2 seconds to go. Dalton, one last shot. Harchi tipping it in front of the net. Don't know if that one would have counted as it comes right as the buzzer sounds.
Still good opportunities for both of these teams in an exciting first period, but the Bulldogs are the ones who are able to strike, Bridget. They're going to look to build off that in the intermission.
Bulldogs with a 1-goal lead. When we come back, we'll get you the highlights and the first half stats. You're watching Ivy League hockey on Nesson. Back at Ingalls Rink, the Bulldogs currently leading the Brown Bears 1-0. Back up inside the broadcast booth, I'm Bridget Prue alongside Rob Ciambra. Rob, first period started out strong for the Bulldogs, then Brown kind of took back a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, the Bulldogs came out firing on all cylinders, but Brown took a few minutes for them to get their feet under them, but they were able to respond with some great scoring opportunities in that period.
Yeah, and we'll get you some of the first period highlights and stats coming up as well. The 1 goal on the game so far come from Yale Hockey, but we start out with some quick opportunities to start off the game strong for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mentioned the Bulldogs started out strong, and they worked the puck around the offensive zone pretty much the entire first half of that first period, and of course led up to an early goal on the power play when they had a 5-on-3 advantage. So you take a look at it right here. Claire Dalton started it all and finds El Harchi right in the slot, able to send that one past Isaac, and that's kind of where we stand right now with a 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Kala Isaac facing a tough task in that 5-on-3 penalty kill, and they were able to kill off the second part of that, but Yale still continuing throughout the period to get the better chances.
Yeah, they really kept it going. I mean, this chance by Moriyama might be probably their second best opportunity of the period. She's able to kind of get a toe drag going against one of the defenders there for Brown and get a good shot on goal. Emma Seitz, of course, we always mention her jumping up in the play. That's another opportunity she had. She had quite a few of them, but like we mentioned, Brown responded, came close right there as that one just trickled off the pad of Maloney. And it kind of kicked things off for them to respond, but the Bulldogs still got their fair share of opportunities.
Yeah, even some of the defense stepping up, as you see Soria Tinker in that play able to step up, but then a bad pass from the Bulldogs created a good scoring opportunity for Brown the other way.
Yeah, and another one here for Brown as well. Again, to capitalize on a couple of turnovers, this quick shot on goal off the rush.
Abby Nearest with a little sneaky change of pace there to get the shot on net. Then Van Stone, with that shot, she accidentally didn't quite get all of it, and puck popped into the air. And still we have a 1-0 game as we take a look at the split stats. Shots heavily in favor of the Bulldogs, 14-5, but most of those shots coming early on in the period. The Bulldogs 1 for 2 on the power play. They've had a clean first period. They didn't take any penalties, and Yale also blocking 7 shots in the first stanza.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much did it all in that first period, Bridget. They were all over the ice. They moved the puck around really well. Even though the faceoffs were even, that was kind of a key point I was going to make as well. Some of the Brown faceoff wins, the Bulldogs were able to pounce right back on the attack and take the puck away. So that's one thing, even when they lose the faceoff, they've been able to still kind of capitalize on getting the puck back.
And we'll get you a look back out on the ice. The second period just moments away. The Charlotte Welch line steps back to the ice for Mark Bolding's squad, and the Shea Maloney line out for Brown. Charlotte Welch, the player that we spotlighted to start the game, hasn't factored into the scoring yet, but she's been involved in a lot of good scoring opportunities on the ice thus far. Second period underway, the Bulldogs with the puck. Welch slides the puck through the slot, and Lee grabbing it on the other side. Puck in the corner. Lee wraps it around behind, but it's grabbed by Jackie Tam. Now Lee trying to take the puck away in the corner. Comes up to the point. Emma Seitz holds in. Seitz sends it into the slot, deflected down by Welch. Behind the net, Grace Lee. Rebecca Van Stone shields the puck. The backhand pass goes just by Grace Lee. Elle Harchie able to grab it behind the net. Harchie looks to Lee. Lee carries and curls back down for Elle Harchie. 2 first years on the ice at the same time. Harchie backhand pass. Emma Seitz saved by Kala Isaac, and Brown now coming the other way. Blumberg pushes the puck up. Skarzinski taps it back to her netminder, and Maloney sticks it aside.
Well, back in the offensive zone, that's some good looks for the Bulldogs. Great passing.
Turnover there as it's grabbed by Mel Anderson from the Brown Bears and taken now by Yale. Claire Dalton with some speed takes a shot through the crease. Kala Isaac getting a piece of it as it bounced through. Alloy sends it behind her own net where Claire Dalton takes the puck back. Alloy fighting against Harchie, now Dalton. Dalton going down. Alloy down near the puck as well now. To a side. Coming out with it is Dalton. Slap pass to the point, now Moriyama with it. Moriyama into the slot, Elle Harchie trying to kick it, but it goes past her and outletted into the neutral zone. Brown will dump the puck in. Abby Nearis, one of 2 co-captains on this Brown squad, will dump it in and get a line change.
Notice the physical plays kind of picking up more on the Brown side of the puck. They found themselves down. It started in the first period, Bridge. They found themselves kind of getting pushed around a bit by the Bulldogs, so they need to respond somehow. And aside from making the adjustments to the strategy on the ice and the forecheck, they started laying the body a little bit, legally I might add, and it's kind of changed the way that they play the game, the way the Bulldogs have been moving the puck around.
As we mentioned before, Brown playing with 3 lines instead of 4. They've been shorthanded most of the season, the most forwards they've ever had. As we get an icing call here, in their roster at one time was 10. Tonight they are back down to 9 as they have an injury as well. So they are back down to 9 forwards, running just 3 lines against 4 solid lines for this Yale Bulldog squad. As we see the 3rd line come out, Verno wins the draw back to Anderson. Carried ahead, and I believe popping up into the Brown bench.
This 3rd line for the Bulldogs, all seniors, Farino, Nergard, and the captain, Laura Anderson. Line that really shows a lot of, experience for this Yale team over the course of their 4 seasons here. Well, technically 3+ going into the end of their 4th. Definitely a line that helps carry this team.
Verno ties up the puck. It's dropped down for Byring, who falls down. Anderson pinches in. Now carried up by Maddie Fouts. Fouts taps ahead, a self-pass into the corner. To be a Bodoff coming in on her, being physical there. Gross turns with it, but Emma Seitz coming out with the puck. To Lauren Anderson. Banks it off the boards and back into the neutral zone. 3 minutes gone in this 2nd period of play. The Bulldogs with a goal in the 1st period from Elle Harchie. Another icing call coming up against the Brown Bears.
But despite a couple of turnovers that Brown has kind of capitalized on, the Bulldogs don't seem like they're really panicking with the puck, especially in the defensive zone when they're trying to break out, and there's a lot of pressure from Brown on their forecheck. And I think that's a real good sign to see. If you're the coaching staff for Yale, your team's not panicking. They just know what to do with the puck, whether it's look for the pass or just bank it off the boards to get it out.
As the game has settled down slightly, the Bulldogs still with a majority of opportunities. In the 2nd period, they have 3 shots compared to Brown's 1 shot. In the game, 17-5 in favor of the Bulldogs. Skarzinski keeps the puck in, but now skated ahead by Mel Anderson. Grace Lee able to keep it in at the line. Lee skates down low, sends a shot out in front, a little bit too hard, and it comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Greta Skarzinski will backhand it in, kicked by one of the Brown players coming to the bench. I believe it was Lizzie Gross who was able to get a foot on it. It popped right into the air at that blue line. Bouncing puck still, not able to be settled and sent down deep into the Bulldogs' end. So Sophie Zander being forechecked by Veronica Alloy. Alloy goes down in the corner, getting a little help from Nearest. Puck sent into the crease, but taken out of harm's way. Here comes Grace Lee, the first year skating with the puck. Looking center, but deciding to hold on. Sends it into the slot, looking for Elle Harchi, but goes underneath her stick. Shot and a glove save on a shot from Moriyama. Kala Isaac able to find it.
Seems like there's always someone kind of backing up the pass there for the Bulldogs, especially around the offensive zone. They're able to move the puck all the way around below the goal line because you don't really have the shot there. You see it right here. Missed the shot through the slot, but there's Moriyama to back it up from the point. Gets shot, maybe going wide, but nevertheless, glove down.
Another shot from Moriyama there, but puck bounces over to the far side. Soroya Tinker coming deep into the zone. She's a defenseman, finds herself all the way up the other end of the ice. Shot goes high off the end glass. Claire Dalton sending it to Tess Detling now behind the net. Elle Harchi, she has the goal in the first period. She comes back out in front, pass to Dalton, and a shot ripped wide of the net.
I think it got a piece of Isaac's stick, maybe that handle part above the blocker.
Harchi grabs again for the Bulldogs and takes the puck into the zone. Passing through the slot, hits Tinker. Tinker's shot rising past Detling, hits the end boards. Grabbed by Claire Dalton. Dalton will skate with the puck and send it up to the point. Tinker down low, Harchi tips it, but wide into the corner. Detling possessing for the Bulldogs, sent up to the point. Trying to hit Verano, who jumped off the bench, but a little out of her reach, and everybody will have to regroup in the neutral zone. Tinker sends a backhand cleared down and covered up by Kala Isaac behind the net. We'll take a media timeout here. Still same score, 1-0 Yale over Brown in the second period of play. We'll be back with more hockey after this. Back here at Ingles Rink, the Bulldogs looking for their 5th straight win. Brown looking to put together a 2-game win streak, coming off a 2-0 win over RPI on Saturday. Face-off won back by Brown. Now the Bulldogs fighting for it along the end boards. Anderson, the captain for Yale, has the puck now. Verano takes a shot. She lifts it. Top shelf over Kala Isaac. It's 2-0 Bulldogs.
What a play by the Bulldogs off the draw. Sophie Verano able to finish it off, and the Yale Bulldog bench has been so vocal since we came back from this break, from the drop of the puck. But a great play here. Verano picks up the puck. She sees an opening. Blocker side above the shoulder of Isaac and just rips it and gives the Bulldogs a 2-0 lead.
That's what Mark Bolding was talking about, the depth of scoring. Verano, the third-line center, gets her 3rd goal of the season in her 101st collegiate game with Yale. Her brother, an NHL player, Max, spent some time up with the Ottawa Senators. And now Sophie Verano able to score her 3rd goal of her senior year. Poked ahead by Blumberg.
That was a 20th shot on goal for the Bulldogs. That's at the 13-ish minute mark of the second period.
It's been Yale, the dominant squad in both periods. A goal so far in each. Detling with the puck now. Detling sends it into the slot. Welsh fell down trying to make the pass. Detling able to get it back. 13:25 to go in this second period. The Bulldogs now up 2-0 on the goal from Sophie Verano. Rippon has the puck come away from her. Moriyama to regroup.
I'll tell you, Bridget, the Bulldogs look like they're buzzing after that goal. A little burst of energy.
And that all started, that shift, as Isaac covers the puck. That shift started with a little bit of physical play in the corners and along the end boards. That's really what got them kind of to be vocal, and then they're able to respond with a goal.
Yeah, it was like just one moment, and then the next, you see the puck gets on Verano's stick. She's able to rip it home. But again, we mentioned before, the physical play is picked up. Bulldogs kind of had to respond. Again, all legal, being careful not to take a penalty, but that's where you gotta watch where you're towing the line at this point.
Brown with the puck. Back in their own end. Dumped in ahead by Abby Nearis. And Tabia Bodoff sends it to Dalton. Wrapped back in by Mel Anderson. Gianna Maloney only facing one shot so far in this second period. Both of the goaltenders for Yale have been switching off fairly evenly. Maloney with one win last weekend, and Tara Hoffman with a win against Union. Shot taken by Emma, side save by Isaac. Now the puck behind the net with El Harchi. Harchi out in front. Dalton shot blockered wide. Sophie Zander tries to hold it in, but it's punched the length of the ice. No icing as the puck wasn't going with that much pace. Skarzinski looks ahead, just misses Anderson. Now Blumberg with it for the Bears. She'll dump it in. Skarzinski back along the end boards. Pass up ahead. Nergard able to wrap it in deep. Stick lift behind the net by Verno. This third line back out on the ice. Skarzinski, one-timer from the point, and Calla Isaac follows it.
Again, the Bulldogs are able to break out of their zone, move the puck right back down the other end, and quick little passing play. Puck finds the stick of Skarzinski, a quick one-timer, hard shot on goal.
As we look at Calla Isaac in the cage, we mentioned the Bulldogs have a history winning the last 9 games against the Bears, but last year the Bulldogs did not face Calla Isaac. They saw Haley Klitschko and Lauren Rippey in their 2 games that they played Brown last year. They saw Haley Klitschko for 80 minutes and just 20 minutes of Lauren Rippey. She gave up 3 goals in the first 20 minutes, so they pulled her and went with Klitschko. Bouncing shot from Abby Nearis, now the net off its moorings as the net was crashed in hard. I believe getting up is Maybelline Byring, crashing into the net, and Maloney, and stoppage comes to get the net set back up on its pegs.
Yeah, it looked like Lee and Byring kind of got tangled up, and Maloney unfortunately on the receiving end of it a bit as well, and the net gets knocked off.
We're back looking at a heavy shot advantage for the Bulldogs, now 9-1 in this second stanza. But the Brown Bears are the face-off in their offensive zone. Lizzie Gross pokes it ahead, now holding it along the end boards. Welsh making sure the puck doesn't come out in front. She'll carry up. Stolen away. Taking it in is Tam. Fouts takes a shot, falling down as the puck hits along the end glass. Tam now stolen by Grace Lee. Tam holds it in at the line. Greta Skarzinski will be the first to the puck. 10:42 to go in the second period of play. The Bulldogs with a 2-goal advantage. Greta Skarzinski with the puck. She'll dump it in and hop off the ice. Sophie Verno back on, along with Kirsten Nergard and Laura Anderson. Anderson anticipates, puck in the slot. Forrest takes a shot, and Maloney makes the save.
Best opportunity for Brown in this period, and Maloney stays sharp, able to make the stop.
Brown's second shot of the period. Katie Jane Blumberg sends into the offensive zone for the Bears. Soroya Tinker skating with it for the Bulldogs. Verano able to regroup. We're going to get a penalty called. I believe Soroya Tinker is going to go for roughing or checking along the far side boards. She took out Katie Jane Blumberg.
That'll extend her team lead of penalties and penalty minutes to 11 and 30 respectively. And it'll become the first power play of the game for the Brown Bears, and still find themselves just down by 2 goals. Could easily be a lot worse if it wasn't for their goaltender. This is an opportunity they need to take advantage of.
A chance to get back into it here with their first power play opportunity of the night. To look into their power play so far this season, they're 6 for 67. That's 9% on the power play. They've scored 6 power play goals. That is 38th in college hockey, which is fourth from the bottom in women's hockey, that just 41 teams on the women's side. Firing sends it down low behind the net of Maloney. Seitz fighting for it, pushes it up but not out. Jackie Tam sending it back in deep to Abby Nearis. The Bulldogs holding it along the end boards. Now puck comes back out. Tam. And it's poked into the neutral zone. An opportunity here. Short-handed. Claire Dalton holds up. Backhand pass to Seitz. But the Bulldogs lose possession. Now they get a back shot from Dalton, doesn't make it through, and Shea Maloney will carry up. Maloney being patient with it, waiting for some reinforcements. The Bulldogs doing a good job on this penalty kill as Charlotte Welsh steals the puck. Welsh over to the far side to be a bought-off shot, saved by Isaac. 9 minutes to go in the period, an offensive opportunity there coming on the penalty kill for the Bulldogs. They have the Bears pinned deep within their own end.
Welch nearly had a goal right there off the shot from the point, looking for the rebound, just missed on it.
Poked in by Katie Jane Blumberg to be a bought-off, but it's stolen back by Lizzie Gross. Gross up to the point. Quigley now back low in the slot. Gross, a backhand shot, bounces past Blumberg. 25 seconds to go on the power play, and we're going to get another penalty called on the Bulldogs, and it'll be Brown to the two-man advantage. To be a bought-off, a hooking call. So Bottoff will go to the box. 21 seconds of a two-man advantage. It's actually Moriyama skating off. She is going to get the hook. We'll see the replay.
Yeah, you see it here, just kind of going for the puck. The stick gets tangled up in the feet, and so a 5-on-3 advantage for 21 seconds for Brown, and Bulldogs were able to capitalize when they had a 5-on-3 advantage. Now they got to try to kill it off for Brown again. This is probably one of the best opportunities they'll get to get on the board.
Face off, one back. Jackie Tam holding at the point into the slot, poked out. Emma Seitz just trying to get a clear, and Harty will carry it out. 9 seconds left on the two-man advantage. This should about kill off that 5-on-3, and then the Bulldogs will have to kill off another one-man advantage as Soroya Tinker steps back onto the Yale bench. 1:34 now in the one-man advantage. Emma Seitz has the puck for the Bulldogs, wasting time as she sends a puck that's blocked by Alloy. Quigley at the point. She fakes the shot, sends it down, blocked in front by Emma Seitz. Blumberg jamming at it, comes through the crease, over to the far side. Veronica Alloy back up to the point, sending a shot down. Emma Seitz wraps it as hard as she can, bouncing puck, held in at the blue line. Now it comes out.
Bulldogs needed to clear it out, get a great look on that one, but could have had it cleared out a little earlier, but Brown was able to take it away.
Katie Jane Blumberg with the puck, 45 seconds remaining on the power play for the Bears. The Bulldogs have killed off the most dangerous part, which was a short 5-on-3. A shot taken there by Blumberg, saved by Maloney. Puck still loose out in front. Now we get the whistle on the cover. Maloney was a little bit slow to grab that one.
Yeah, I think there was some miscommunication with her defenseman there because she had two of her teammates around her to take it away and try to clear it out and kill the rest of this penalty off, but then she decides to pounce on it.
2 shots on the power play credited to the Brown Bears. 2 shots on net at least. Maloney out to take the draw against Welsh. 33 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Bears. Puck back at the point, Tam. Welsh putting some pressure on her. Maloney coming out with it. Tinker pokes it into the neutral zone. Turned aside, Jackie Tam has the puck stolen away. The pass picked off by Charlotte Welsh. 6 seconds to go on the man advantage. We're about to be back to even strength as Rebecca Van Stone into the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. And we're back to 5-on-5 as Moriyama hops out of the box. Grace Lee holds in, accidentally bumps into Tabia Bonoff, but the Bulldogs maintain possession, and a shot from Tinker goes high. Back behind the net, Van Stone fighting for it there. Grace Lee now up to the point for Sophie Zander, another first year. Grace Lee to Zander. Long shot deflected out in front by Van Stone and covered up by Kala Isaac, who didn't look too happy with the extra jab there. We'll get a media timeout when we come back. We'll have more second period action here on NESN.
This experience, it lives on our fields and in our classrooms, where every day is a test. Each moment builds on this experience and creates an environment that develops mind, body, and soul. We become part of the storied traditions of the Ivy League. This experience, it is unrivaled.
Here at the Whale, the Bulldogs leading Brown 2-0. Face off in the offensive zone for Yale. The Verano line back out on the ice. Sophie Verano scored the only goal in this second period of play. Shot from the point from Skarzinski, blocked down. Verano grabs the puck. 5:45 to go in the second period. Maloney takes it the other way for the Bears. Runs into a poke check from Kirsten Nergard. Now Blumberg takes it in. Skarzinski able to tip it away from her. Skarzinski once again with the puck. Extra forecheck now from the Brown Bears. Blumberg in deep behind the net. Held in and wrapped back down by Mel Anderson. A little bit more pressure than Yale had seen earlier in the night, Rob, from this forecheck from Brown.
Yeah, it's kind of an aggressive trap. One player to the puck carrier, but those two wingers coming in fairly deep as well for support.
Laura Anderson gets a shot on net. An easy save by Kala Isaac, paddling it wide. Coming the other way is Abby Nearis. Shot stopped by Maloney. Dalton into the neutral zone, pokes ahead. Icing as Brown beat out the puck. It was Lizzie Gross getting there first.
That's kind of a result of Brown getting more aggressive on the forecheck, and they're kind of keeping the puck carrier, whoever it is for the Bulldogs, to the outside on the breakout. That results in the missed pass trying to clear it up.
Offensive zone face-off for the Brown Bears. Gross to take the draw against Dalton. Comes back to Saroy Tinker. Tinker sends the puck bouncing past Kirsten Good. Good able to anticipate and steal, taking it along the end boards. A bit of a tie-up back there as Quigley went down. Tinker now back to Dalton, through a shot through and a save by Isaac. Sent ahead, Lizzie Gross will dump it in and get the line change. Lizzie Gross, a sophomore from Maine. Stolen by Katie Jane Blumberg. She's knocked over as she enters the offensive zone. The arms stay down. Now up to Byring at the point. Shot high. Bounces wide of the net. Maddie Stockfish taking the puck into the corner. Behind the net, it's Maloney. Back pass, looking for Blumberg, but anticipated by Tinker. She falls down as she gets the clear. Quick the other way, Stockfish gets the puck. Behind Maloney, poke checked by Saroya Tinker, who takes back the puck. 3:35 to go in the second period of play. And another icing call. Nope, waved off. Van Stone, the first to the puck. She's able to beat that out. Grace Lee now. Holding. Now Charlotte Welsh sends it into the slot. A shot and a save by Kala Isaac, and a little bit of contact made in front of the net by Van Stone. When we come back, we will have the remainder of the second period to play. Yale up 2-0. You're watching Ivy League hockey on NESN. Back here at the Whale, 2-0. The Bulldogs still with the lead. To recap the scoring, a 5-on-3 power play goal from El Harchi in the first period, an even strength goal from Sophie Verano in the second. Leaves us at this 2-0 score. Shutout through 1+ periods of play from Maloney so far. Gianna Maloney in the cage for the Bulldogs. It's Katie Blumberg with the puck for the Brown Bears. Carried now sent to Byring. Puck bouncing out into the neutral zone. Emma Seitz, a 3-on-2 developing. Seitz carries into the zone. Looking through the slot, shot, and a goal by Rebecca Van Stone. A great tape-to-tape pass to the other side of the slot, and it's 3-0 Yale.
Good things tend to happen when you see Emma Seitz join the rush. In this case, a 3-on-2 rush. She takes it just a little outside towards the dot, is able to find the stick of Van Stone, who last year had 3 goals and 3 assists in the 2 games against Brown. This year finds herself on the getting a goal there, taking the pass on that far side post, hammering it home. It's a 3-0 lead now for the Yale Bulldogs.
Rebecca Van Stone's 9th goal of the season, her 13th point of the year on that top line, with Charlotte Welsh and Grace Lee having a good season so far and doing even better since the winter break in this 4-game win streak that the Bulldogs have going on. Puck in the Bulldogs' end now. Greta Skarzinski anticipates and sends up into the neutral zone. We get the assist to Emma Seitz and Grace Lee on the Rebecca Van Stone goal.
She gives Seitz 2 assists in this game now. Gives her 19 points in the season and 16 assists.
Yeah, Emma Seitz leading the team in assists. Always setting up the play, it seems, from the point. And that time on the rush, she made the play in the neutral zone, carried it in, and set up that nice tape-to-tape passing sequence we saw that got the Rebecca Van Stone goal set up. So we're 3-0 here at Ingalls Rink. And the Bulldogs looking to get their 10th straight win against the Bears.
Certainly, it's been lopsided in their direction over the last 9 meetings, and this is kind of the reason why. This is how the Bulldogs have played them.
This is the first time that Yale's had Mark Bolding at the helm, leading the team. 1:41 to go in this first period of play. The Bulldogs with the puck in their offensive zone. It's Sophie Verano, now dumped around by Lucinda Quigley of the Bears. Up ice, Moriyama picks off right at the center ice line. Dumped in deep by Moriyama. Back to play it behind the net is Jackie Tam. 1:15 to go in the second period of play. Puck looped in to the bench. I believe it hit Alloy and knocked her over as it came accidentally right into the Brown bench on this near side.
We'll chuckle as she goes onto the ice for the line change on that. Yeah. Better a player with the pads on than one of the coaches.
Yeah, Veronica Alloy, one of the co-captains on this team, steps back on the ice after being hit with a puck on her bench. This line, this top line for the Bears, all hailing from Massachusetts. Veronica Alloy from Andover, Mass. Abby Nearest from Beverly, Mass. And Darby Malia from Marshfield, Mass. A minute to go here in the second period of play. The Bears setting the puck up, picked off by Emma Seitz. Seitz stick handling through some traffic. She has the puck as she enters it in over the blue line. Shot and a save there. Rippon took the shot, but a cover up by Isaac.
Bulldogs, another burst of energy after that goal, continuing to put the pressure on. Now 28 shots on goal through nearly 2 full periods of play. And they've held the Brown Bears still in the single digits with 8.
Doing a good job keeping the puck in their offensive end for a majority of the game. El Harchi, the first year out to take the draw, but it's won back by Shea Maloney, the sophomore, for the Bears. Now the puck, a shot from the point. Sophie Zander sent it in on net low, but Cal Isaac puts a glove on it.
Yeah, a lot of traffic. I think Tess Detling tried to get a piece of it. I don't think she did, though, and Isaac able to snag that one.
36 seconds left to go in this second period. The Bulldogs maybe with a few chances left here in their offensive zone. Jackie Tam takes it for the Bears. Stockfish can't get it past Greta Skarzinski. Quigley sending it up. Blumberg has it stolen by Sophie Zander. Quigley over the blue line, wrapped into the corner. Skarzinski's the first there. 13 seconds to go. Claire Dalton carrying it into the neutral zone. A little bit of a cross up in the neutral zone. 3 seconds remaining. The Bears with the puck. They elect to just dump it in. And that will do it here for the second period of play after 40 minutes. Yale with a lead in shots and the 3-goal lead coming into the third period of play.
Yeah, another great period for the Bulldogs. Brown still putting the pressure on, though, and 20 minutes left, only a 3-goal margin. It's going to make for an interesting third period here in New Haven.
We'll send you into the second intermission. We'll come back with highlights and stats. You're watching Ivy League hockey on Nesson. Back here at Ingalls Rink in the second intermission, upcoming the highlights and stats from the second period of play. But first, Rob, Gianna Maloney carrying a shutout through 2 periods of play, a 3-0 lead for the Yale Bulldogs.
It hasn't been a very busy night for Maloney, but she's had to make some big saves for the Bulldogs, but it's mainly been the Bulldogs down in Calla Isaac's end of the ice.
Yeah, it has a lot of good opportunities for the Bulldogs in this period, which we'll see coming up in the highlight package. Starting out with this play, set up a tape-to-tape pass trying to hit Grace Lee that came through, and Rob, a few good opportunities set up by the defensemen of this Yale team.
Yeah, they've been really aggressive stepping into the plays, and another great opportunity working the puck from both below the goal line and up from the point. A lot of aggressive play, and the physicality of this game has certainly picked up.
And there's a physical play here that resulted in a Yale goal. Sophie Verano able to come off the wall with the puck and put that home top shelf.
Yeah, she's able to take the puck here off the pass and just with a nice snipe of a shot over the shoulder of Isaac, kind of going bar down.
More opportunities the other way. Founts with a shot over the net. Brown getting a few opportunities in the middle of the period, but still as the period finished up, it was back to the Yale on the offensive end.
Yeah, to be a Bodov, she got her first goal of the season last weekend. She's looking for number 2 there, and see a couple of opportunities here. This is Emma Seitz joining the rush. That would lead to a great opportunity for the Bulldogs. She finds Van Stone on that far post, sends it home. So you see another angle of it. Great pass right through the slot, right on the tape.
That was the third goal of the game for the Bulldogs. Brings us to our current score of 3-0. We'll take a look at the split stats. Shots heavily in favor of the Bulldogs, 31-9 over the first 2 periods of play. Faceoffs pretty even. Brown with a slight advantage there. And main difference, the Bulldogs were able to cash in on that 5-on-3 man advantage where Brown was not able to. They were on a 5-on-3 advantage as well. They weren't able to get anything going on either of those power plays.
They had a couple of good looks on them, but the Bulldog penalty kill unit tonight especially, so even more aggressive than I've seen this entire season out of them, and that really helped the Bulldogs. They were able to clear the puck out multiple times and just kill those penalties off.
And the final period of hockey about to get underway as the Bulldogs step back out onto the ice. A dominant first 2 periods for them, but Brown looking to respond. They are also coming off a win, a really important win, their second of the season. Last game just a few nights ago, Saturday night against RPI. So they're hoping to come into this game and try to sway things in their direction against a Yale team that they've struggled against recently.
Yeah, and this is a Brown team. We talked about the schedule a few minutes ago, Bridget. This is a lot of hockey in the span of a week for them. 4 games from Tuesday to Tuesday. Yale, 2 against St. Anselm, and then hosting Yale, compared to usually just playing 2 in a week.
Yeah, kind of weird for these girls to come out. They have to make a road trip and drive 2 hours to New Haven on a Tuesday night, probably after classes or maybe even having to skip some classes. So it was weird for even just the Bulldogs who just have to come across campus, disrupting their school day here on a Tuesday as classes are back in session after the winter break.
Yale had to do the road trip earlier this season when they visited Boston University back in November.
On a Tuesday, another Tuesday game. Hard for Ivy League students to be in action and take time out of their schedules on a school day, as we see a shot from Charlotte Welsh hit high and hard off the end glass.
We see Yale going right back to work to start this period, moving the puck around.
Grace Lee into the slot. Can't connect. It comes to El Harchi. Harchi on the backhand. Harchi with it once more. Taken by Rippon, shot and a glove save by Isaac.
Bulldogs work the puck around the zone well to start this third period. Just about a minute gone, but a couple of good looks. Filtering the puck from the below the goal line up to the point, getting some shots on goal. Isaac putting a stop to the proceedings on that most recent opportunity.
El Harchi in to take the draw. She wins it back. Quick shot from Van Stone, blocked out in front by Fouts. Moriyama holding at the blue line. Now it's poked into the neutral zone. Back in by Van Stone. Regrouped by Anderson and taken and dumped down for the Bears. Tinker back behind the net, now wrapped up for Claire Dalton. Can't get it out of the zone. Fouts holds in at the blue line. Van Stone now up to El Harchi. Harchi carries and waits with the puck, sending it across. Moriyama shot goes high. And that's another time where you see the defense getting involved in the offense for Yale tonight. Another shot from Moriyama bouncing through the crease. Now Tinker holds, sends a pass down low. Harchi into the slot. Van Stone bouncing puck grab by Lauren Moriyama. Moriyama will wrap around. Dalton behind the net. Dalton carries into the corner. Now to the dot, into the slot. Pass low, doesn't make it down to Van Stone, but Tinker able to possess further for the Bulldogs. Shot comes on net, save made by Kala Isaac. Harchi chips it in. Nergard has it stolen away from her and poked out of the zone by Brown. Forrest had herself a little bit of an opening there, but didn't get the puck immediately. She's taken down as she tried to play it forward.
With the exception of about maybe 20 to 30 seconds of this period, the puck has been in Brown's end for pretty much this entire third period so far.
That's where the puck is now. Anderson gets it over to Nergard. Shot by Anderson, blocked down by Isaac in net. Puck stolen away. Brown will take it up ice. Carried ahead by Jackie Tam. Tam going against Bonoff. She had Abby Nearis on the other side for a 2-on-1. But the puck just comes through the crease. Now breakaway opportunity for Laura Anderson. Rips the shot just high of the net. Good opportunity there for Anderson. Maybe her best of the year. She's still looking for that first goal. Greta Skarzinski gets a shot saved by Isaac. Skarzinski gets the puck back. Nergard now down low into the slot off the post, and it bounces out in front. Grabbed by Lucinda Quigley and outletted into the neutral zone.
Opportunities for both teams going either way. Brown with a great look. Bodoff with a great sort of a, I don't know if it was a lift of the stick or maybe just swung the stick towards the puck and able to sort of hinder the shot from going on net. And then back the other way, a breakaway for Laura Anderson, as you mentioned, looking for her first goal this season. We talked to Mark Boulding before the game. He kind of mentioned that she's getting there. She's going to get it soon, so almost had it there.
Yeah, he thinks she's getting close, and she certainly almost had that one. Just lifted it a little bit too high. He's got goals from 16 different players on this roster. Very deep in scoring so far this season. Brown able to get it out of their own end into the neutral zone and poke it ahead. Sophie Zander will grab for the Bulldogs and carry it around. Sophie Zander, the first year from Bara, Sweden, now poked ahead. Detling over the line but offside, so everyone gonna have to back off there as Detling lost her stick as well, waits to pick it up. Now she's got it back. Carried up ice by Brown. It's Darby Malia Puck back behind the net of Maloney. Skarzinski carrying it up now to Detling. 15:40 to go in this game. The Bulldogs taking a 3-goal lead into this third frame. Skating with it is Shea Maloney, the alternate captain, sending it up ice. Carried in by Stockfish. Stockfish on the backhand, drags behind the net, looking out front for Gross, but it comes all the way to the point. Shot from Tam and a glove save by Maloney. She made that one look easy.
Yeah, snagged that one to stop the proceedings. Probably was going to go wide, but nevertheless gets a face off to slow things down as Brown was starting to try to get something going here. They just registered their 10th shot on goal of the game compared to the Bulldogs now at 36.
That would be their first shot credited in this third frame. As the puck wrapped around the boards, Lauren Moriyama trying to outlet to Van Stone, goes past her. First to the puck is Tam, and an icing call against the Bulldogs.
Brown finding themselves down 3-0 here. Still a lot of time left in this third period. They started to get something going now. 2 offensive zone faceoffs. They kind of weren't able to capitalize that first one we just had, so we'll try it again near.
Well, Brown struggling to keep the puck out of their own net as Forrest goes in, takes a shot saved by Maloney. As I was saying, Brown struggling this season to keep the puck out of their net. They're giving up an average of 4.29 goals per game. That's last in the league. So the Bulldogs on pace to tie that goals against per game tonight. They have 3, 4 would do it.
Bulldogs averaging 3 goals per game coming into tonight.
Forrest steals the puck along the boards. She holds now, sending it down low. Gross carries and drops back to Anderson. Anderson now to Fouts, stolen away by Charlotte Welsh. 14:45 to go in the game. Carried ahead, Rippin hits Lee on the pass. Shot high and hard off the end glass.
Lee really ripped that one.
Lee gets the puck back in the corner. Stick handling now. Welsh sends it into the slot. The puck is loose and now poked out now. High slot for Seitz. Seitz now down low to Welsh. Fouts gets it into the neutral zone. Forrest going against Bodoff once again. And Forrest goes down. But taken the other way, it's Emma Seitz. Seitz holding. Looking up, Bodoff, one-timer. Goes hard wide. Maya Kerfoot with the puck now. And a pass goes all the way the length of the ice. Looks like it's going to go for an icing against Brown, and it does. Despite Tabia Bodoff taking her time to go down and touch it up.
That's kind of another way to kill some time off the clock. The Brown players knowing it was an icing, so they really weren't rushing to beat it out. That last opportunity for the Bulldogs nearly got their 4th goal, but a great active stick by Kala Isaac stopped a pass from going out to the slot. Puck was loose for a moment, but Brown was able to clear it out.
Sophie Verno tying up the draw. Grabbed by Abby Nearest. She scored in the last meeting with Yale at Ingalls Rink. It was a 5-2 Yale win here at Ingalls. That was last year. Maloney carrying the puck for the Bears. Self-pass in front of her own bench. Now dragging it into the low slot off the chest of Maloney, who dives and covers it up. No whistle yet, and finally we get it as Maloney appeared to be on the puck before that. And we will take a media timeout here, almost halfway through this final period of play. We'll be back with more Ivy League hockey on NESN.
50 years ago, their story began. Generations of women etched their names in the Yale history books. The pioneers, the trailblazers, the rule breakers, the boundary pushers, the won't take no for an answer, won't quit champions. Your grit, perseverance, and tenacity paved the way for women's student athletes of today and tomorrow. We remember you. We honor you. We move forward for you.
Back here at the Whale, a 3-0 lead with 13:11 to go for Yale on home ice. They'll head down next Tuesday to play in Providence against Brown at Meehan. Dalton sends the puck into the neutral zone. Harchie pokes it ahead. Now grabbed by Rebecca Van Stone. Van Stone down into the corner, loses an edge. Puck comes out. Skarzinski holding it in at the blue line. Dalton now back into the corner. Dalton holding it, carrying it through the zone. Skarzinski, shot from the high slot, deflected wide by the stick of Stockfish. El Harchie carries the puck. Sends it down low. Van Stone trying to get her stick loose. Harchie fans on the backhand shot as the puck was poked just out of her reach. Stockfish carrying up for the Bears. 12:26 to go in this game. Sent ahead. Shot saved by Maloney. It was Blumberg with that last opportunity for the Bears. Center eye face-off to come as the puck bounced into the Brown bench.
It's a good play by the Brown defense on this most recent opportunity. Couple sticks lifted as the Bulldogs trying to get that fourth goal. Van Stone's stick is held up, and then Harchie here kind of tripped and her stick lifted as she tried to shoot it.
Welsh wins the center ice face-off back. Moriyama dumps it deep. That'll go for an icing. Nope, they say deflected. Grabbed by Mel Anderson deep in her own end. Lizzie Gross up to Forrest. Forrest to the dot. Puck poked away from her. Soraya Tinker able to take it out of harm's way in front of the net of Gianna Maloney and sky it out. Welsh knocks it down to herself. Quigley steals for the Bears.
Bit of a different look for the Bulldogs here. Good with Detling and Welch.
Moriyama able to take it away for a moment. Yeah, Mark Bolding trying a few different pairings on these lines late in this game. Up to Kirsten Good. She'll dump it in deep, and we'll see another line come on the ice. Nergard and Anderson step on with Sophie Verno. Puck tied up. Laura Anderson jamming at it. She gets it out. Emma Seitz takes the puck. Over the Yale logo. Verno able to take it and dish it to Nergard. Nergard deep around. Isaac thinking about playing it behind her own net, but doesn't come out. Anderson steals it at the blue line. She gets the puck. She has Nergard through the slot. She gets it to her, but shot goes just wide of the net. Bodoff has it poked away from her at the blue line. El Harchie gets back on D. One of the good things about the first year, El Harchie, good two-way player. Always jumping in the offense, but also getting back on defense as we saw there. El Harchie with the puck now. Emma Seitz getting forechecked by Maddie Stockfish. Puck comes to Blumberg. Katie Jane Blumberg now poked back for Emma Seitz. Seitz carrying it up. Stick handling over the center ice logo and stolen away again by Brown.
Brown doing a lot of good things, lifting the stick, especially this period. Bulldogs still able to get it and go the other way, though.
9:50 remaining in this game. Brown needing 3 goals to send this one to overtime. Van Stone carries in, drops to Dalton. Comes just off her stick. Now wrapped down low, Van Stone now to Harchie. Cleared up by Forrest. Blumberg trying to tap it out. She'll get it into the neutral zone. Soraya Tinker back deep for the Bulldogs. Now up to Grace Lee. Caitlin Rippon. Stick handles into the offensive zone. Now to Grace Lee. Takes a shot on net and another save by Kala Isaac. That might be her 40th save of the night, or at least the 40th shot she's faced on the night, as we come to another media timeout. When we come back, just about 9 minutes left to go in this game. We'll get you more Ivy League hockey on NESN. Yale wins the face-off in their offensive zone. We've got a change in net. Yale going with Courtney Deneau, the first year in net, and taking out Gianna Maloney, who has a shutout through 2.5 periods of play. Good job by Maloney. She'll sit for the rest of tonight's game. Soraya Tinker shot from the point. Nearest now taking it the other way.
This
Quigley.
is Deneau's first appearance against an ECAC team this year.
Yeah, Courtney Deneau getting a few minutes earlier on in the season. As we'll get an icing call on the Bears. To take a look at the numbers for Deneau, 16 minutes and 11 seconds. She played in 2 games earlier in the season, but the majority of the time it's been Gianna Maloney or Tara Hoffman in net. In fact, 51% of the time in net by Gianna Maloney before tonight, 47 for Tara Hoffman, and just 1% of the time for Courtney Deneau coming into the game. But she'll get the last 9 minutes of play here as Sophie Verno wins the puck back. Emma Seitz spinning with the puck, curling into the slot. Backhand shot, Maya Kerfoot goes into the end boards. Emma Seitz fakes the shot. D to Botoff. Botoff shot hits Alloy in the slot. Nearest poking it to Alloy. Alloy goes down fighting for the puck. Emma Seitz carrying it in. Shot from the dot, deflected wide by Kala Isaac. Botoff a shot and a glove save made by Isaac, and Laura Anderson and Kala Isaac kind of going at it there.
Isaac immediately lifted up the stick and blocker there. She's taken a little bit of abuse from Yale after the whistle tonight, so sort of a precaution there, but with Laura Anderson right on the doorstep, that kind of went right up to her face mask. So,
well, Kala Isaac has had a tough go of it this year. She faces a lot of shots. The career high that she had came earlier in the season against Harvard, where she faced 55 shots against Harvard earlier this season. She's faced 41 shots here so far tonight. Still 7.5 minutes left to go. The Bulldogs with the puck in their own zone as Isaac pokes another puck wide of the net. Harchie able to take it back, holding it on her stick. Now skating with it towards the point, sending it to Sophie Zander, and a glove saved by Isaac. One of the problems that Brown's defense has had is limiting that amount of shots. This third period of play, the Bulldogs haven't been on the power play at all, but still getting 12 shots off already.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. With the goaltending, I mean, can't really blame Isaac for the goals tonight. She's played strong, and again, this game could easily be a lot bigger of a scoring margin than just 3-0.
Sophie Zander's shot deflected by the stick of Isaac and into the end boards. 7 minutes to go. Yale up 3-0. Sophie Zander gets another shot, doesn't make it through. Jackie Tam blocked it down. Van Stone carrying it behind the net, a wrap into the crease. Lucy Burton got a stick on it, but it went behind the net. And now Brown able to get it into the neutral zone. Dalton a backhand. Lucy Burton pokes ahead, but takes a hit. Dalton now the Bulldog in the zone, waiting for some replenishments from the bench. Van Stone takes a hit. Now puck comes to Dalton. Shot goes over the net. Dalton in the corner. A pass up to Soraya Tinker. Now to Dalton. Lee carrying it on net, sending it to Rippon in the slot and taken out of harm's way by Lizzie Gross. Gross over the Yale logo, a long shot in, and a save by Courtney Deneau. If I'm not mistaken, that's Deneau's first save of the night as she's come in to replace Gianna Maloney.
I think so. That was a hard dump in right on goal, too. Not an easy one.
Perfect time to get a little bit of time for Courtney Deneau in net. Mark Bolding deciding to make the change. Let the first year see some ice time. Get a little bit more practice against ECAC opponents. Rippon makes the anticipation, trying to send it in, but can't quite get it over the blue line. Moriyama now ahead. A line change made by the Bulldogs. Maya Kerfoot, Sophie Verno, and Kirsten Nergard jump on the ice.
We were talking about the Brown goaltending before too, Bridget. This year they got their volunteer assistant coach, Cassidy Sauve, went to 2 Frozen Fours in a row the last 2 years. Last year with Clarkson, the year before with Ohio State. So certainly a lot of knowledge being given to these 3 Brown goaltenders this year.
And they've all seen time in this season. Cal Isaac starting her 13th game. Haley Klitschko playing 7. And Laura Rippey playing 2 games this season. Puck carried in by Maya Kerfoot. It rolls, and she's able to send a puck all the way to the near side boards. Moriyama out of position, playing down deep in the Brown end. 4:30 to go in this third period of play. The Bulldogs with a 3-0 lead. A hit along the Brown boards, and we're going to have a delayed penalty for checking. I think it's Bodoff that's the guilty party for Yale. It was a rough hit right here along these near side boards. When we come back, we'll get you the announcement of the penalty and more third period action when we come back.
This experience, it lives on our fields and in our classrooms, where every day is a test. Each moment builds on this experience and creates an environment that develops mind, body, and soul. We become part of the storied traditions of the Ivy League. This experience, it is unrivaled.
Back here at Ingles Rink, we see the replay of this checking penalty against Tabia Bodoff happen right alongside that Brown bench, and everybody reacting to the hit on Maddie Stockfish, and the refs did see it, and Brown to go on their third power play of the night. A quick dump out by Yale to clear the puck.
They were already able to clear off 10 seconds of the penalty kill with a big face-off win. That penalty, definitely a clear and blatant hit, and Bodoff sent off for 2 minutes.
4 minutes to go in this game. Brown trying to chip away at this 3-goal lead on the power play. Quigley with the puck at the point. Quigley holding, sending down low, tipped in by Darby Malia, and now scooped up by Emma Seitz, but held in by Quigley. Gross now back to Quigley. Shot deflected high and up off the end glass. Courtney Deneau facing her first power play of the night from Brown. Yale able to get it back into neutral ice. Maloney steps off the bench and grabs the puck. She'll carry in over the blue line. 3:15 to go in the game. 56 seconds remaining on the Brown advantage. Maloney sends up to Tam at the point. Now D to D. Shot blocked by El Harchi. Another shot saved by Courtney Deneau. Shot came from Maybelline Byring. Puck bouncing through the slot. Emma Seitz able to dump it out.
Good effort by Seitz. She had a couple of players on her. She's able to push it ahead and then clear it out.
The Bears 0 for 2 on their power play so far tonight, including a short amount of time spent on the 5-on-3. We have an offside call. Puck to come just outside the offensive zone for the Bears.
With 18 seconds left on the penalty kill, Bulldogs will try to win this face-off, clear it out, and just keep it down the Brown end for the remainder of this one with only 2:34 to go here in the third period.
It's Bonoff will be able to exit the box in 18 seconds. The Bears send out Lizzie Gross to take the face-off against Charlotte Welsh. Quigley back in her own end, now to Anderson. Four seconds left on the man advantage for Brown. Now to be a Bonoff stepping onto the Yale bench. Puck deep in the Yale end. Blumberg carrying the puck behind the net of Courtney Deneau. Bouncing puck comes out in front. Mel Anderson, a shot blocked down in front by Detling. Detling looking for the outlet pass. It comes forward. Detling was in a little bit too soon, though. Tinker up to Detling. Detling going 1-on-3. Puck rolls on her at the dot. 1:45 to go in this game. Brown down by 3. Blumberg. Shot goes wide of the cage. Sophie Zander takes a hit down near the goal line. Greta Skarzinski gets the puck up. Bouncing grab by Abby Nearis. Nearis has her stick lifted. Grace Lee grabs for the Bulldogs. 1:15 to go in this game. Puck turned over in neutral ice, carried ahead by Melia. Put on net. Pass going all the way through the crease. Brown keeping the puck in their zone with about a minute left to play here at Ingalls Rink. The Bulldogs just a few seconds away from getting their 10th straight win against the Brown Bears. Puck deep though in their own end. Sophie Zander trying to get it out from behind the cage of Courtney Deneau. A shot comes through the crease. Comes all the way to the near side to Katie Jane Blumberg. And a save made by Deneau with 34 seconds remaining in play.
It's a great save by Deneau. Mentioned she only had about 16 minutes or so of action this season. So showing a little bit of confidence there, as she's earned herself some minutes the first year out of Greenwich, Connecticut. Certainly the future of this program more than likely, with Tara Hoffman being a senior, Gianna Maloney 1 year left after this.
So a good time to get Courtney Deneau some playing time. She came in with about 9 minutes left to go in this third period of play. Gianna Maloney playing the first 2.5 periods. The puck carried up by Emma Seitz, poked away from her by Mel Anderson, carried in the zone by Katie Jane Blumberg. Holds, shot, and a goal. With 22 seconds left, Brown gets on the board. It's 3-1.
Let's take advantage here. Nice little rush by the Bears, certainly with still some time left, putting their effort in for as much time as they can.
And Katie Jane Blumberg, that's her first goal of the season as we see the replay. She carried the puck, strong on the puck into the zone, into right down in front of Courtney Deneau, and able to score from point blank. And she's only played, this is only her 5th game of this season. It looks like we're going to get a review on this goal. Actually, we're getting a timeout on the ice for Brown, trying to see if they can use these final 22 seconds and get something going.
I mean, there's only 22 seconds left, but never say never. You know, it's a 2-goal deficit now. You want to face off, put the puck down quick. Anything could happen. Now you look at the opportunity. They pull Kala Isaac to get the extra attacker on, drop a play. Anything could happen here.
So with it now just a 2-goal game, a little bit more interesting final 22 seconds of play to come. However, the Bulldogs, when leading after 2 periods of play, are 9-0-0 this season. They have yet to drop a game when leading after 2. And they have a 2-goal lead here with 22 seconds left to play. Hopping back in the cage, first year Courtney Deneau. Center ice face off as the timeout expires. The Charlotte Welsh line out to take the draw against the Maloney line as we see this replay again on the Blumberg goal that has us at the score of 3-1.
It's a nice shot too, just goes in backhand to the forehand to lift it.
An empty net on the Brown end and a loose puck out in front. Laura Anderson almost able to capitalize on that. 10 seconds left to go. Charlotte Welsh, and a shot from Verano goes wide of the cage. 5 seconds. Shot from Moriyama just misses an empty net, and that should just about do it here at Ingles Rink. Yale able to skate away with a 3-1 win. A little bit of energy at the end of the game for Brown, but still a lot of positives to take out of this for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, 5-game win streak for Yale now. A strong effort, complete in my opinion, 60 full minutes. And they get a week off before they take on Brown once again. Brown, some positives to take away from this one, but they kind of have a quick turnaround, a weekend home series against St. Anselm before they take on the Bulldogs again a week from today.
And we'll get you a scoring summary. We see the first goal in the first period scored by El Harchi on that 5-on-3 man advantage.
Yeah, strong effort all around for the Bulldogs, on the power play especially. They really moved the puck around well. And then you look at Verano's goal, just stepping out to the circle off the turnover and roofing it.
Emma Seitz able to set up this play for the third goal of the game, a feed across to Van Stone.
Van Stone looking sharp as ever. As always for the Bulldogs off that rush. Emma Seitz, of course, 2 points tonight, a big game for her.
And so we have a final score of 3-1. Final stats, 44 shots to 21. And these two teams will face off again on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. in Providence. From the broadcast booth, I'm Bridget Prue alongside Rob Ciambra. Thanks for listening to Ivy League Hockey on NESN.